Good morning, bedbirds and sleepyheads. One moment, please. And Doran, thank you so much for the resub 40 goddamn months. Let's goddamn go. 1 second. This thing needs to get refinangled there. And then I need to... Are you going to do it this time? You're not doing it. I don't understand why the task list is not listening to me. Well, it is what it is. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we just remove it, and that's just unfortunately how it has to be today because I don't know how to troubleshoot this. But first of all, congratulations to Brian on first. Hello, Brian. Hello, Dorn. How are you guys doing today? Hope that you're doing well. I forgot to turn captions on. Will you stop recommending this to me, YouTube? I've already said I don't want to see it. Oop. Gone. Watching a thing until then. Have fun, Ling. Do a good time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Except I don't watch stuff, so I guess you're doing exactly what I wouldn't do. So that's probably for the better. Oh, goodness gracious me. Go. Start. Test. Perfect. Alright. I think we got it all. I think we're good. I think I've done it. Oh. Alright. Good morning, bedbirds and sleepyheads. Or I guess sleepy nights. I don't know how to do that anymore because I want to transition over to the sleepy nights. And I've been working on that. Like a little ad in the bottom right there is part of that. Oh, forgot to turn that on actually. Well, now that I'm thinking about it. But I don't know quite how to transition to it properly, but I'm working on things. There are things happening in the background with my barely existent free time that I'm trying to make work slowly. Okay, you are connected, so this should all work theoretically. Let's see if this works.
Good morning, sleep nights.
Okay, looks like that worked. I think the audio worked for it too, so perfect. All right. All right, we're starting an hour early today because I have a lot of things that I want / need to get done if I have any hope of, you know, getting said things done. Because I had my second OT already since I've started working, and I'm like, wow, OT really kicks you in the ass when it comes to like wanting to actually do things. So now that I have the energy, it's like, all right, we got to do it. We got to get on this shenanigans. I got to get onto this train, into this productivity train, as it were. So that I can maybe, just maybe, do the things that I want to do. So that's what we're going to do. Again, I don't know why the list isn't listening to me, but I'm going to just guess that I'm either clicking something incorrectly or it's just being funky today. I'm scanning something really quickly. Yeah, that's all good. Well, if it doesn't work, we just turn it off for today. That'll be my how to say, my unreasonable compromise to the situation. Like, oh, it doesn't work? Well, then it doesn't exist anymore. Then it dies. Okay, we're gonna go for 50 minutes. I really need to start with that. I want to get that done, and then Brian, you absolute legend. 185. You're gonna be hitting 200 soon. Very slowly, because I can only stream 2 days a week at the moment. Blech. Also, finally got a good deal on Shatterhand for the Nest this week. For 15% off, let's fucking go, dude. Has it already arrived, or is it in transit at the moment? Where is my button? That's the last thing that I need to do. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Okay, that's a lot better. All right. I am going to have to do the classic I am muted because it's the only thing. It's for the writing I definitely need to be focusing, unfortunately. So I will be a little bit quiet, but I will do my gosh darn dangdest to make sure that I am at least responding to people when I can. Got it on Thursday. Nice little birthday gift for myself, if I say so myself. That's fair. That's very fair, Brian. Happy birthday once again. I know it's a little super late at this point, but still. I think it's I think that's very much an acceptable birthday gift for yourself. And if not, heck to the people who say otherwise. Be gone, nerd. You don't know what you're talking about. Alright, I'm gonna quickly go mute myself. I'm gonna start working. I will see you guys on the other side. Good luck, be brave. Where's my button? There it is. Ling! There you go, Dub Shadow. I did it. Now I'm muting again. I swear I unmuted. I swear I clicked that frickin' unmute button. Well, let's start that all over again. I have a lot of things that I need to draw still. But yeah, I'm really bad at the Souls-like games. I get carried by beans. So one day we'll probably be playing an Elden Ring collab together one of these days, once I actually have a bit more time, because right now I have 2 days a week to stream and everything else is consumed by work. Also, ads are coming up, unfortunately, so we need to take a quick little 3-minute ad break if you guys can or are able to. Get up and stretch, grab yourself something, grab yourself something. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. I'll be back ASAP. BRB. I was gone for too long and now I'm embarrassed. But I am back. Yay! Or not yay, depending on how you feel at the moment, you know? That's your choice. There will be no judgment had if that is not a... That is not a yay for you. Let me just do a quick thing here really quickly. Okay, I did all the stuff that I needed to do there. Alright. Oh my god, I never even grabbed my drawing tablet. Oh, this is just the life I live today. An unorganized mess. That's me. Just a cluster of whoopsie doodles and oopsie daisies. And if I can't get to these, like if just for some reason I'm like, I just don't want to draw that. What we can also do is switch over to other arts. And I'll just add like a generic art at the bottom there. So either way, I need to do some art today. Also, frickin' Coral Island has co-op now. And apparently it's really broken, which is incredible. So they've already had to hot fix it because they're like, oopsie daisies, we did a breaky wakey. Hold on. Routine daily chores, grow. I might have to bug someone later and be like, hey, can you try out this co-op with me? I'm curious how it works. But I won't do that now. That's a future. That's a future thing. For now, we need to go and grab our drawing tablet. There, that's what we need. I am an organized individual, chat. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I say as I am absolutely not a professional. Ugh, just been a long week. That's what it really is. That's what it's come down to. A long week, a lot of hours, a lot of learning. Because I'm new at my job, they're trying to train me in a lot of different things, and I'm like, okay, I'll learn things. And then I made the terrible mistake. Chat, don't make this mistake. But I made the terrible mistake of trying. So at the end of this week, or on the end of my Thursday shift, my team lead came up to me and was just like, hey, do you want to come in 30 minutes early and be part of like the startup crew? Which is a thing that like a handful of people do. Basically the idea is most people start at 4, but some people start at 3:30 so that the transition from the night crew or the morning crew to the evening crew is smooth, because otherwise there's like this 30-minute dead space where nothing is running and nothing is set up, etc., etc., etc. And I got asked to be part of that, and I'm like 3 weeks in. Like, I'm like one of the 3 new guys. Like, why are you asking me? But like, sure, like I can do it because the person who drives me in is part of that crew for a different part of the facility. So I'm just like, I mean, yeah, I can do it. And they're just like, okay, thank you. And then at the end of the fully end of the shift, I was like, okay, I need you to be honest with me though. Is this a competence or desperation situation? Like, are you picking me because I have done something that makes you think that this is a good choice? Or are you just really desperate for people and you figured the new guy would say yes? And they stared at me like I was asking like an insane question. Like, we picked you because you're competent. Like, this whole week you've been very functional. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. So when I was talking to the guy who drove me in, I'm just like, this is what's happening. And he's just like, yeah, your team lead told me because I chat with them sometimes. And I'm like, why did they choose me though? They're just like, because you're competent. I'm like, that's dumb. Why would I do that to me? I had a shower thought, you know, a bit of Dutch. Do you think you would understand a bit of Amish Dutch? Or is the dialect too different? I'm not sure, actually, Artificer. Because I know that the dialects in the Netherlands are vastly different. Like, I'm from like the northeastern part of the Netherlands, and if you use that dialect and you talk to someone on even the northwestern side of the Netherlands, the difficulties with communication is so like, what did you say? Like, let's just go back to High Dutch, because you know, that would be what is needed in order to actually be able to communicate. So I would say it would probably be fairly difficult. Because as you were saying just now, right? Like, there's a big difference between that. Like a friend of mine's family is from, used to be part of an Amish community in Mexico, but they were like German Amish, so they spoke Low German. And as far as I understand, like, Low German versus High German is very different. So I would suspect that Amish Dutch and regular, like High Dutch, quote unquote, versus I guess Amish Dutch would maybe be considered Low Dutch, quote unquote, you know, for lack of a better term. I feel like it would be really difficult. It would be like, okay, I'm like catching some of the stuff you're saying, but it would probably be really hard. And that goes doubly for me because I'm very, very bad with being able to understand people who aren't speaking in a very particular way. Like, there are people that I talk to who have a bit of an accent, and they're speaking fluent English, but they have an accent, and my brain will struggle to understand them sometimes for no reason. Like, it'll just be like, that is spoken in a slightly different way, but because of that, it's really hard. It's the same reason why I have a really hard time, like, differentiating people face-wise. Like, I can pick people out from silhouettes and from noises that they make and their general motions, but I have a really hard time with recognizing people just from, like, images. It's like, I think I know who that is. Maybe. Like, one of my team leads, I can spot them in my peripheral vision because of the way that they walk. They walk in a very particular way, at least to me. So I can immediately be like, oh, team lead is to my right. Like, I can just do that, even if I just catch, like, the most slightest of peripheral. If they are specifically walking past my peripheral vision, I can be like, I know who that is. So I feel like I would have a really hard time with it. It's like 2 centuries worth of drift as well. Oh yeah, then that's probably crazy difficult. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably no hope. Oh, excuse me of that. And welcome back, Brian. You haven't missed much. I've been quiet for the most part because I was working on if I actually had the thing up correctly. I was working on a little bit of writing and then a little bit of poetry. And now we're going to do some art. And because it's art, I can chat while I'm working, because if I need to be quiet for something, I'll just be quiet for a bit. But for the most part, I can just be physical and movable, etc. Now I just need to remember where everything is. Oh, I did not finish this at all. Oh. Goodness gracious me. Sorry, I'm like looking at this art piece that I was working on. I don't know how long ago. Let's actually check how long ago was it since I worked on with this thing. No, don't show me the visuals, show me the details. 3 months ago. And like clearly I was not completely done with this. Tisk tisk upon me. But no, I suspect that that would be a rough time, specifically, Artificer. I don't know how to say the word specifically. I don't know what the double symbol over the A is. Is it Narpes or Narps? Nerps? I'm not even sure if you're supposed to say the E. Because I'm not particularly clever, unfortunately. Yeah, I definitely need to blend, blur. Okay, so it's Nerps. Everyone stares at me just like, did you not just hear what the man said, Will? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I've never claimed to be clever. Mankind. I want you to know, Artificer, there's no hope for me. We're gonna lurk the wife. Unit wants to play. Oh, have fun, Sinister. I hope that you have a great time. All right. So from here, why did I call this specifically floor? What a silly thing to do. This is the well, technically that's the floor. Regardless. This on top. I'm gonna grab this bad boy, pull it on over here. so that I can look up some reference. Okay, so now I need to see. Yeah, that's about the shape that I need. Okay. Well, we got that one. Ooh, I don't know what's causing me to be in a sneezing fit today, but here we are. Excuse me, by the way. I realize I'm being very impolite. And then we go back to here. Let's see, we want to make it relatively large, so we'll make it about that size. And then we'll probably just lightly cheat the system here. And just use there. Now we just gotta not goof this up. That should be relatively easy. But I have been known to accidentally goof things up in the past. So we'll see. There. So far, so good. And then we need to change it to a different color. Because this color is no good. I'll make it this color. This will probably work. Well, if we already have the walls blue, we might as well make it like a peachy orange. I feel like that's a good choice. Yeah, there we go. Merge those together. Nice and easy. Draw paper. Hey. Okay. Apologies for the quadra or for the triple freaking noise over there. For some reason, using my tablet pen, it was not accepting that it was a click. It's like, fine, I guess if that's the case, we'll allow it, but still frowns. And then we'll also need like just the simplest little shadow on the floor. Yes, dog, you're very, very noisy. Good for you. You're doing great right now. Did you know that? Sorry, there's a very, very noisy dog in on my floor. He can be a little too much at times, you know? Like, I have it when I go to work every day. When I step out of my apartment and take my keys out of my pocket, he'll hear the keys and immediately rush to the door and start barking. It's like, buddy, I'm just leaving. I can't do this anymore quietly. Like, fucking chill, all right? It's fine. Everything's fine. It's like, but how could he be chill? This is what he does. He's a dog. And it's like, you're right. You're right. That isn't going to stop me from being annoyed about it, though. I'm going to save this as front door paper. Front door shadow. And then the big news, or the big thing from there would be it's just the hand coming out. And I don't really know how to draw the hand, because the hand's going to be difficult. Because I can't draw hands to save my life. Thank goodness we still had it. Hands are one of the hardest part of the body to draw, no doubt. Yeah, and I have to draw one now. Twice! And we'll see how that goes. It's not like I'm not gonna try, but it is gonna be one of those, like, this is gonna be a bit of a struggle. You ever traced over your own hand as practice? Actually yesterday, Brian, when I was at work, I finally started bringing my sketchbook to work. And I spent my lunch drawing my own hand, like just holding my hand beside me in a different shape and then trying to draw it. So I am starting to practice hands, but it'll be quite a while before I get to the stage where I'll be even mildly comfortable drawing hands. And I find that even with tracing, it still looks bad. Like, there's a specific level of detail you need to get with hands that make it realistic. And if you don't hit that minimum, hands look weird. And it's frustrating. Hold on, I know what I need to do. What was I looking for? My brain got lost as I was trying to find a simple thing. That's it. Thank you, chat. You're being so helpful to me right now. And it's beans! See, that's how I figured it out. That's how I know that I was on the right track. Because even though I couldn't see chat, Beans was out here just beaming directions. Just like, hey, reminder, this is what you're trying to do. And yeah, we're still on. Of course we are. Why am I being summoned? Two things. One, Ling, I have a commission for you. I need a waving emote. And two, how draw hands? I specifically need a hand drawn pointed outwards as if reaching for something. So you're looking at like the back of the hand with fingers pointed away from the camera. I'm watching. Oh, go back to watching movies. You said you were watching something, so I presume that you were watching like YouTube videos. Never mind, get out of here. Go back to watching movies, you goober. Shoo! Literally hitting you with a duster right now, because that's what's nearby. No! Get out of here. Shoo! I am performing violence right now. Besides, I think I have a reference here that might work. And I'll just do exactly what Brian was saying and be like, I'll just trace over this. Or at least try to mimic it to the best of my abilities. Because it's weird. It's like your hand is technically like, it's always talked about how you draw your hand like a box, but if you're actually reaching, like your knuckles kind of round, like they curve because your hand is trying to reach for something, so it's not like a flat palm anymore. It's curved. And it's like, ah, crap. That immediately makes it more difficult. Hands are difficult, is what I'm saying. And I hate them. There should be less hands in the world. This I decree. And also, I can't remember if I actually answered yes, Beans. We're doing, we're still doing our thing tonight. Though I might be a tiny bit late because I'll need to rush across the street to go get something because I actually don't really have any food in my house at the moment. Man, when you look for the reference, hands reaching out, there are a lot of, like, more biblical references to the hands. Why do you have that, Beans? You're under arrest. There we go, if you write away from camera. Okay, well, if you write away from camera, it's worse because half of them are not listening. Could be a gif of hand holding. I would send you straight to the ban corner, and you know that that's shenanigans is unacceptable. I hate that I'm seeing versions that people have drawn where they're very just black and white. Like, it's like a black hand with using, like, whites to help define certain parts of the hand. And it's like, oh, these guys are just, going really, really, like, it's like, yeah, those are really good hands, and I'm upset that I'm looking at those. Apologies, this is currently all I can think about because I need the correct reference to be able to draw what I want to draw. And unfortunately, I'm having a time right now. And for some reason, a lot of the hands are like more like clawy, like they're kind of like gonna like grab something, like if you were trying to grab like a fistful of dirt, and it's like, well, that's not what I want. I want like a reach out, like a gentle, like if you're reaching for like a piece of paper. And they're just like, I'm trying to literally grab the sky, and it's like, stop trying to grab the sky, it's not that intense. Fucking chill, it's okay. Me out here like, well, we could draw something else. Oh yeah, they don't work, Beans. There's the task list is dead. I don't know why. There's no reason for it not to work. It just doesn't work. No, you're good. I'm just like, I'm just trying not to let it bug me because I don't have time to let it bug me. But it's so like, why doesn't this work? There's no reason for this not to work. Unless it's an OBS thing, in which case, well, then there was never any hope to begin with. Okay, I think I'm just being too picky at this point, because there were a couple of hands that are like 85% of the way where I want them to be, and it's just like, just take that one. Just take that one. It's not going to get better. And it's like, no, I can keep scrolling. I can find a better one. And then you're scrolling, and it's just like, You can't find a better one. It will not get better than that particular one because that's how it is. Although maybe I'm just holding out for the underground, you know? Like, Ling's gonna get done, she'll, like, do, like, a slapdash doodle of it and be like, there you go, and I'm like, this is beyond perfect, and I'm both upset and grateful and humbled. Can't be held to that standard. Dude, beans. There's this person at my work, like I just started being trained this week for a, for kitchens, for a very specific job in the kitchens. And they were teaching me how to do it. And like everyone is like, don't try to compete with the others, especially not her. And they just pointed at this one of the other workers. And I'm like, oh, why? And they're just like, you can't. Like, you just can't compete with her. And I'm like, oh. And then we started working, like, we were able to actually do it. And I'm, like, kind of, you know, like, getting into my rhythm. I'm pretty slow. Like, I'm moving at about half the speed of the next slowest person. So I'm like, okay. And I'm, like, catching up, and I'm starting to figure out my rhythm. And I'm like, okay, gotta kind of do it like this. And then I look over at the person that they were like, don't try to compete with her. And I'm going at about a fifth of her speed. Like, the next slowest person, I am going half their speed. For her, I'm going a fifth of her speed. Like, it is, like, no contest, like, who is the fastest one on the line. And there were 5 of us. Like, even by the end of the week when I was like, all right, like, I'm probably not the slowest person on the line anymore. Like, I'm getting my rhythm. I, like, glance over and I'm still, like, a third of her speed. It takes time. No, Beans, you don't understand. Like, I just, like, this is one of those natural talent things. Like, this is just a thing that she is very good at. The people who have worked there for, like, 2 years are like, I have been doing this for 2 years. She has been here for like 3/4 of a year. I cannot keep up with her. Like, this is just one of those, like, you just don't try to compete with this person. You just don't. Because there's no point. You're just gonna do it wrong as you try to go faster than you can. And it was just a very, like, it was like, it wasn't like an upsetting thing. It was very much just like, this person is just good at this. And I'm okay with that. Because what I was doing is whenever I was sitting next to her, I would look at, like, the results of her stuff and be like, okay, that's what I'm aiming for. Because everyone had said it's just like, she does this the fastest and her things are always good. So I'm like, okay. Let's at least see her end results and be like, that's what I need to mimic. Maybe one day I will start getting closer and closer in terms of speed. It's not the aim. My aim right now is to make sure that I'm doing it properly. And like half of the staff of the kitchen staff has been just like your results are really good. And I'm like, okay, so I've mimicked properly. Now I just need to, like, start doing the mimic speed. I was sitting there at one point and being like, imagine if once a month you could mimic something. Like, you had the ability of, like, Ditto, you know, where you could do, like, mimic. But you could, like, take, like, a blotch of muscle memory from somebody on something very specific. And like for that month, you would have that muscle memory, whatever it happened to be. And I'm like, would it be worth using that on how fast she can do this? So that I can also do perfect fast molds for just a month. Why though? Well, you have the power. You might as well use it for something. You wouldn't make any more money, but the clout. The clout, Beans. The clout. Sorry, I'm still actually zooming through the hands, being like, no, I can find better. I won't find better. I know I won't. I'm gonna just take this one. I'm gonna use it as reference. That's what I'm gonna do. No more of this shenanigans. Because otherwise this is never gonna end. Neurospicy individual. It's not the same, Beans. First of all, this is the quick fix, right? You can just go like, well, I have this weird magical ability to just get somebody's ability for a period of time. Why would you not use that? Oh, right. That thing is at the bottom and I never thought about it. Whoop. Gone. Look, sometimes you need to just have stuff run through your head for the funsies so that you can, how to say, get through the workday. Because I can't do things at work chill enough to just kind of go into my own head. Like, I don't have time for it. I need to focus too much. But having little ponders like that can be very enjoyable. And yeah, Stitch is no task. I don't know why it's broken. It's very frustrating, but I don't have the knowledge to fix it because it's supposed to just be a simple plugin and it's broken, so. But she might have done a bunch of things before that which prepared her for that moment. But Beans, none of that matters. You just mimic. You cast Mimic, and now you have the muscle memory all combined. Oh, snap! Hello, Juju! How are you? Long time no see! Happy Saturdays, maybe Sunday for you? Who's that cutie on your table? It's just one of the boys, it's one of the lads. Glad you finally noticed, Beans. He's been there for a while. I used to have him just because I really liked the way he looked, but after you started streaming, I'm like, well, now he just has to be there. And their name is... Hedgelog. Because their original colors are brown and yellow, but... I like that color system better. I like the soft blues. Because, yeah, the way that you unlock them, yeah, my room has been extremely hot lately. Wonder if there's something up at the fireplace. So you have to just do an activity over at the fireplace in order to unlock them. But it's just like, yeah, I've learned that these spirits are called hedgelogs, a solitary type of spirit that is drawn to extreme heat. Hedgelogs will wander until they find an active fire to nestle into, and then will settle there amongst the logs, excitedly waiting for their next chance to be lit aflame. In fact, they are often not discovered until months or years after they've taken up residence in someone's furnace or campfire, if they're even spotted at all. Summer break right now, so not doing much, and actually it's 1 a.m., so it's already, yeah, I know stuff and things. Still doing your daily walks? Oh no. No, I don't have time for those, Juju. But I have employment, so I stand and walk and roam, so technically yes, to some degree. To some degree. I get not including my actual job because I'm not allowed to have my cell phone on me when I'm inside the facility. I do... Actually, let me check. If it's gonna be nice, at least. Yeah. Continue your shenanigans. I just want to see the thingy. Yeah, not inside the facility. I do about 1,100 steps a day, which is not a crazy amount, but inside the job, I'm probably doing about 2 times that. So I'm doing probably about between 2.5 and 3,000. Yeah, 2.5 and 3,000 steps a day. I do daily walks. I think my steps might double or more when I go back to school. You going back to school, Artificer? I didn't realize you were going back to school. Tell me everything. Drop me the mad deets. Alles gut. Oh no. Metricht. I can't say it properly. Gosh dang it. What's this about hands? Leg. I can't draw hands. I hope you had fun with the movies. I'm just gonna trace a hand. I will send you the hand I am currently tracing. Or attempting to trace. I didn't know that there were more movies. Or that there were movies in general. What am I doing again? Where's Ling? Right, Ling! Ling, are you excited about... Can you explain to me, rather, Coral Islands multiplayer? Because I feel like it's different. Oh, it's Snappa himself. Why would you hurt yourself like this? Because it's necessary for the idea that I have. Ling, you understand this. I know you understand this. There are some times where certain things need to be done because they have to be. Yeah, because I was just looking at the notes, and the notes were kind of confusing. And I didn't understand if it was, like, instanced? You know, just like, hey, I'm doing a farming day today. You can join for my farming day. It's like Stardew, I think. Well, I was actually going to at one point reach out and be like, lag, join me in the game for like just a couple of minutes. I want to know how this multiplayer functions. I will not 1 second, Ling. I will not give you that second. I refuse. Sorry, I got the music in my head. I should really be putting on my own music. I have my my Spotify open. Also, Snappa, how are you doing? I hope that you're doing well. You did? Did you though? All right, good. That's all we can ask for. Man, I'm realizing that I don't want to differentiate whatsoever in terms of still trying to figure out how the fuck or out what the fuck I want to do with my level 8. But that's the only map part. What? Level 8's a good one though, because you can either go for like hyper optimized or you can go for silly / like more character-y stuffs. That's my problem. Well, flip a coin. Plan out the 2 different routes. Also, we're gonna specifically snooze ads, because fuck you ads. I have 5 minutes before I have to hit the button again. My stats won't let me multi anything besides cleric. What's your current class? And I need to waste to fix this issue. Why would you do that? Just don't multi-class, forehead. Just become just go pure fighter. Could get a feat like that, I know, but it's the potentials. Well, stop the potentials and figure out what you want your character to be. Do you want to be the wall? What's your character's personality? Build around the personality. That's what I normally do. If I kind of figure out what kind of character I want to play, like, RP-wise, go start, like, amplify your character's build based on them. If they're bullheaded, make them very tanky. Have a good night, Brian. Thank you for stopping by, my dude. If they're very reckless, build them more bashy smashy. What kind of a weapon are you using? Are you currently more tanky or more swingy, stabby, smacky, punchy? It's the Reddit with a ponytail that I drew. Great sword. Okay, hear me out. Okay, hold on. Snappa, hear me out. Let me quickly go find that feat. Hear me out, dude. Okay, so there's the feat from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything called Slasher. 1, it gives you 1 strength or dexterity of your choice. Once per turn, if you hit an opponent with slashing damage, you reduce their movement speed. If you score a critical, you gravely wounded it until the start of the next turn. The target has disadvantage on all attacks. Like, it's a great... I personally think it's a great one. I'm using it at the moment for my my throwing mastery or thrown weapon mastery fighter. She's built to be... She is a... she's a rune knight fighter who is just festooned with hand axes. And hand axes are slashing damage. So she's just built to be mobile. Like, throw an axe at somebody, shift, like, you know, like, immediately make sure that their movement speed is reduced by 10, move away from them, keep hurling at them. And if she needs to, she just puts a hand axe in both hands and just starts swinging like an absolute mad woman. And if that doesn't work, get really big. I'm just saying, Slasher's fantastic. My character would be more optimized, but I gave them the, oh, what was the name of that feat again? Yeah, I gave them the chef feat, because their whole backstory is that they want to be the world's greatest cook. So I'm like, okay, well, I have to give them the chef feat. Yeah, you have analysis paralysis. I totally understand. Like, I totally get that. Ling, that was never even in my mind when I created her. Like, I hadn't seen that anime yet, or I think was even really aware of its existence. I just made her, like, was just pondering it. It's like, oh, what if she did this? Go read it. You go read it. Yeah, now what? Also, ads in 3 seconds if you guys can't or able to. If you get up and stretch, grab yourself something, grab yourself something, make sure you're taking care of yourselves and back ASAP, BRB. Also, I'm watching the anime with Beans. Heck you. And we're back. Boop. We begin. What does it feel like? Oh, I definitely need to wait. Are you doing... Okay, you are being reasonable. We're gonna hide those. I have chips. Well, frick you, Ling. I don't have chips, and the plan is to get chips after stream, which will probably... This will probably be my last hour. I wanted to do 4 hours, but I'm like... I know I don't have that focus. And I'm making progress, which... is more than I can hope for. Not gonna change. I admit, though, as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, like, I'm not sure how to approach the hand. Because I feel like the hand should be gloved. Because I don't want there to be any... how to say, like, any ethnicity connected to the hand, because the idea is supposed to be that, you know, oh, anybody could be picking this up. It's the viewer that's picking it up. And Cobalt, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that, my dude. Yes, what I'm saying, Ling. It's like you're not even listening to me. It's like you're not even listening. Thank you for the stretch. Way, alternatively, it could be like a mitt. Like very chibi hand-esque. I'm half listening. That hurts, Ling. It hurts when people don't listen. This is what to snap a taco. His options. Snappa out here like, I have so many options, help me. I am drowning in options. Yeah, I'm playing with fire. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do the mitt. I feel like the mitt is a good option here. We'll just make it, as Ling was saying, we'll just make it a... And Liar, hello, I hope that you're doing well. Happy Saturday. And congratulations on the green tea. Did Cobalt get something new? He got passion fruit tea. Ooh. Never had. Sounds delicious, though. Oh my god. I need to figure out what the thing was that we were making at work 2 days ago. Because the kitchen, they have to put a bunch of different things into it. Like, can't say too much because want to try to say as anonymous of that as possible. Look, they were making something, and at one point the smell came off it, and it was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, that smell is so good. What flavor is this? Okay, and if we... There we go, that should be okay. Should be good. And also, Cobalt, I hope that you're doing well. Made it to the work along. Dang right, we got about 45 minutes left. So you came at a good time. I had to go inside and do real world tasks today. That sounds Well, you know what? I'm not going to say what that sounds like. And now I need to make sure. 12 hours are we right? I don't have that kind of energy in me, dude. I wish I had that kind of energy in me right now. My goodness, there's a lot of things happening right now. Yamazi0, thank you so much congratulations on the second. Kobo, congratulations on the third. Sorry, brain is not working all that great right now. But welcome everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day today so far. Sleep, I command it. Never. Actually, I hope to get some decent sleep tonight, because I haven't had a good night's sleep all week. It's been fucking brutal, actually. Work anxiety can be a real bum. No, thanks, Ling. I mean, it's literally just I've just keep having anxiety dreams, so you know, is what it is. I got like a half decent amount last night because I could just conk out. Then my alarm went off and I was like, nope. Just 7 days a week. Yeah, your shifts are crazy, Sinister. I do the 10 hours. Like, I did the math, and basically from Monday to Thursday, if we try to account for 8 hours of sleep, which never happens, but, you know, we try to account for it regardless, the little amount of, like, personal time is, like, frustrating. Like, it's about 2 to 3 hours a day, and it's like, well, 2 to 3 hours a day is a lot. It's like, it's not. Like, you think it is until you're like, oh, wait, you have meal prep to do. You have, like, consciousness to acquire. You have, like, minor amounts of, like, personal time that you want. Whatever it happens to be, whether it's, like, gaming or watching YouTube videos or whatever it happens to be, but like after a while you're just like I remember earlier this week I really had a craving for Factorio, so I played Factorio when I got home from work for like 45 minutes, and then the next morning after I had woken up and made sure that all my food prep and everything was ready, I played for like another 10 minutes. Like, literally, like, I have to stop right now or else my ride is gonna have to wait for me. Like, was so like, man, this is what it feels like when people talk about how, like, they have no time when they have kids. Because, good God, the eating over the sink. Which I actually had to do yesterday because we were doing overtime, and one of our 3 peeps at work were kind enough to bring in like make your own nachos. So they brought like taco beef and lettuce and like a bunch of different sliced vegetables and salsa, and they brought taco shells and nacho chips and like soft tacos. So I wrapped mine in a little burrito, and the first bite I took out of it, because there weren't any plates, I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I bound this thing pretty tight, and I bit out of the side that was more solid than the other one. So as soon as I bit, it was just the gush of like the, you know, like the taco beef, and I'm just like, I guess I'm eating above the sink. So me in the kitchen with everybody else just making their tacos, just hovering over the sink with every bite because I have to. You gotta keep in mind that work is what it is. Leave it when you walk out the door. Also, when you know you do your best, you can't ask for more, and neither can they. I get it. I got an hour of myself every day. Yeah, but Sinister, I can't keep work at work. That's not how my brain works. Like, it is impossible for me to do. That's why I sleep so shitty, because I can't leave work at work. It's just, it's in my head, and it will stay in my head. So I wake up because I have dreams about work, because that's just how it is. It's the same as when I was an animator. Like, I don't stop working when hours end, at least mentally. That's why I try to play video games when I get home, so that I can try to hard shift my brain into a different type of thinking. It doesn't work, but I try. And yeah, there's not enough times. And Yamazui, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't have any sleep this week. Make sure to hydrate if nothing else. It might not help the headache a lot, but it'll help something. Me about to try to send this frickin' image to Ling to see if it's a good hand or not, and then realizing that it's a white hand and the background is white and you can't see the hand. Pretty good. No, keep going. Keep going? How? What do you mean? What do you mean keep going? We have 5 fingers. I said that we're doing a glove. I said out loud. Oh, right. You're only half listening. That's right. That part got ignored. I said that's a mitt. I said I was drawing a mitt. Like, I'm starting to think that you don't care. That's what I'm getting right now. You figure it out. Find your own way to be able to disconnect. Well, I haven't figured it out yet, so I suspect I'm never going to figure it out, but I try. Might need to make the top a bit. Wait, the top bit a bit longer then. I see that. I'll give that a try. I'll see what happens. Look at my ref. My ref is underneath of it. It's covered by the mitt. What is this song? I don't like this song. Give me something else. Give me that dirty guitar from that song. That's what I want right now. Well, there's another way that I can approach this, though, Ling. I don't know if it'll do it, but... Hold on. Cobalt, you've spoken the magic words. Now I gotta go find the song really quickly. I think this is the song. I don't want it live, I just want the song. Is this it? Oh yeah, this is gross AI art background. Don't want that either. Is this it? Yeah. Dude, crank the volume and listen to that fucking dirty guitar at like 10 seconds. Like, it fucking hits so hard. Oh, it's so good. Hold on, I'm just gonna crank that for a second myself. Oh god, it's so good. It hits exactly how it needs to be. Sorry, Cobalt, you did it. We die, what do you believe? Now watch it all burn down. What you want, I also realized I don't know what Cobalt's, like, music of choice is, so this might have just been a terrible. Alright, Ling, I threw you a second version. Give me that sweet yay or nay. Much better. I feel like there's a butt coming up. And the butt is you, because you're a butt. Oh! Hello, Ignis. Thank you for the hydrate. Congratulations on already having a tea that you've had before. Lol. It's too late, you can carry the weight of the world. Watch it all burn to the ground, tell me how. I turned on the song for a second. No, you need 20 seconds. It's the guitar part that's important. I've bothered Ignis with this before, where it's like, Ignis, listen to this song. And Ignis is like, Will, your song choices are terrible and you should feel bad. And I'm like, I can't hear you over the sound of this dirty ass guitar. Hello, Minerva. How are you? Hope that you're doing well. If you animate the two. Oh no, Ling, there will be no animating here. No, 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 no. Cobalt, you have to listen until the first bit of dialogue. If you're not, what are you even doing? Made up no problems. Ooh, sorry, we're in Will listening to music while doing art mode, and I am so sorry to everyone who has to tolerate this. I wonder if I should make the glove a slight color. I'm not sure what color, but a color. Need to share a thing with me. Are you? Well, I'm doing all right, Ignis. I had my first night of half-decent sleep all week last night, so... Hold on. Is this animated, or is this all there is to it? It's literally just... That's it. It's just that, isn't it? There's nothing else. How are you, Ignis? I hope that you're doing well. You know, maybe. God damn it, Ling, it's just that, isn't it? I may be dumb. Full stop. Is this an attack on me? I'm exhausted. My meds made me so tired today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ignis. It always sucks when your meds fucking elbow drop you. And you're just like, why? I hope your meds stop being a butt. Is it just today specifically, Ignis, or are you on new meds? Because that could definitely be part of it. Or if you're on maybe a different dosage. It's today. Okay, so it's just specifically right now you're having a get hecked Ignis. You need to stream more. I know I do, Ignis, but unfortunately, unless I can make streaming my full-time job, or I find a job that has less hours but pays the same, that's outside of my control right now. Me out here like, well, time to produce new merch and I don't know, have more incentives to subscribe. I don't know. How do you do it? Let's just listen to the whole song. It was good. Cobalt, you only had to listen until the dialogue. But I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you liked it. Wait, sorry, what did I come back for? Oh, Ignis is saying that I need to stream more, and I'm like, well, there's only two ways that will happen. One, if I start if somehow streaming becomes full-time or it earns me enough to be able to pay for my rent and general expenses. Like, honestly, real talk, if streaming made me enough to have, like, just enough to be able to pay rent, food, and expenses, and it was, like, how to say, and it was, like, just there, you know, like, maybe there's, like, a safety net of, like, $50 a month, I'd probably stream full-time. Mostly because if I could reach that point, I'd be like, well, now I have incentive to do more things, you know? Like, I would do, like, would start having, doing more like, all right, everybody, we're going to try to do a new, like, merch line that you guys would be interested in. What kind of ideas do we have? Or, make, like, some really big events, like, once a month, etc. Will you just sent chills down my spine? Yeah, that's right, Cobalt. Just don't get injured. Don't get hurt. Have no surprise bills. It's fine. You just put the $50 away and you pray. You pray. Oh, and at that point would also probably do, like, at least one, like, sponsored stream each month just for a little bit of extra pocket money that would probably go back into the channel somehow. Like, I would go pretty hard on streaming, but since that's not really a possibility, the only other way for me to possibly have to stream more is if I got a different job that had less hours, but if I had less hours but paid the same, then I could stream more, but I can't, so I don't. I mean, I had just... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cobalt. Well, heck, the thing that caused the $300 expense, I'll hit it. It's time to get into drawing furry porn. Cobalt, I can't even draw hands, okay? If I can't draw hands, I can't draw furry porn. That and some of the stuff associated with that stuff is like water sports and the dreaded S word. Is the crying emote a base you have? I don't have a base for it, no. Snakes, no, it's a 4-letter word. Are you really going to make me say it? Fine. Scat. And if you don't know what that is, I'm so happy for you. And I'm proud of you for never wandering into those horrific areas of the internet. They're awful. Don't go there. That's right. You think I'm not going to talk about that stuff? You thought I was just trying to help you. That's right, you. The viewer. I don't know if I'm looking at the camera perfectly right now or not. Hold on, let me make sure that I am. You. I'm trying to protect you from this stuff. Because your curious little mind is going to hear the word and go, wonder what that is. And then you're going to Google it. And then you're going to see it and you'll never be able to unsee it. I'm trying to save you from yourselves. I needed to get a new hose and sprinkler setup. Okay, that's okay. That's a shit that happened, but I can understand why it was necessary. And no, Ignis, I don't. Actually, you know what? Ignis, I'm not sure. Hold on, let me put my Cintiq pen into my mouth like a cigarette so that it completely fucks over my, my mouth tracking here. And we're gonna take a look. I'm gonna go see. And then we gotta smoke it like a cigarette, too. Very important. Be under affiliate. Self-made. Emotes. Crying. Man, actually, Ignis, unironically, I did so many versions of the crying emote because the original didn't work because it didn't read very well. So then I had to like sharpen colors and then change backgrounds to like make it better and better. Hold on, I'll send you a screenshot of the folder because I still have them all in there. Egoness. There she is. I like that she just immediately, I see her go online Discord phone-wise, because it's like, oh, something's heading my way. Respect. May not think it, but you're doing great. Work is hard. Work can be hard for work-life balance. Comes with time and planning. First few weeks. Some months will be rough, but I believe in you. I appreciate that, Sinister. I'm trying. I realize that, like, sketching at work, because I haven't, like, physically drawn in, like, a sketchbook in a while. And there's a catharsis there. The only fear is that I'm worried that I will, because I have once I get started on stuff like that, I tend to kind of lose time. Or lose track of time, so a lot of times I need to be like, okay, I need someone nearby who is on the same break as me, so that if I see them get up, in my peripherals I can get up. Or if I have someone sitting beside me that I can be like, hey, when you're done break, I need you to tap me on the shoulder. Because otherwise I'm not going to pay attention, because I just put on music and just start doodling. But the fun thing about that is that I've been able to doodle some stuff. Like, you know what? I'll do a little spoiler tag here for anyone who doesn't want to hear it. But I'm gonna redo the channel badges or the subscription badges to be more leaning towards like the concept of like a sleepy night rather than like, you know, like a bedbread or a sleepyhead. So I've been doodling those at work to try and come up with some ideas. Yeah, that's the thing that I should do, Sinister, but it doesn't cross my mind because I'm too busy wolfing down my food and then being like, all right, time to draw. Everything else doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Ignis. No, I do not have a base for it. But I mean, I can send you it if you want, and you can draw a base over it. Because it wouldn't be that hard to do. Wait, Ignis, do you use Oh, Sinister. Do you think that our breaks are consistent? No, we have 3 different break schedules. And you are randomly put on A, B, or C. Yeah, that's another problem. I have no concept of time. I don't know when breaks are. So I don't know when stuff happens. Gonna be next one. Sorry for delayed response playing Apex. No, you're good. Hold on. Let me grab the correct one. Yeah, here. You can work with... This one should be able to do what you need. I'm just gonna toss you the Clip Studio Paint file because I'm pretty sure you use that as well. And if not, I'll also just send you the PNG itself in case that's easier. There we go. Like I have a continuous. Oh, man, Sinister, I wish. Yeah, we have 3 different breaks. Because depending on the location you're in, depending on how many people are there. Usually it's 2, sometimes it's 3. But no, I'm being pointlessly antagonistic. I really should just bite the bullet and just accept that that's the situation. I do need to just suck it up and do it, because that is the smarter thing to do. Be like, no, go do the thing. Go do the thing and the stuff. Put down your timer. I'll read for 15 minutes. Man, Sinister, I wanted to bring a book to work, but if I start reading, I want to finish reading, you know what I mean? Like, if you're 2 pages away from a chapter and the 15 minutes is up, it's like, I can't do that. I have to finish that chapter. That chapter needs to be finished. And I always eat first so that it's out of the way. Like, oh man, but like, genuinely, it's just like, I should really bring one of my books. Also, actually, speaking of books, so buddy who's been driving me, Syrinx, he had a freaking unnatural thing happen where he brought a book to work. I can confidently say he brought a book to work. I saw it physically with him. Like, I watched him take it out of his bag. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I'm probably going to try to read this during lunch if I can. I don't know if he did because we had different breaks. But, like, I can attest he had this book. And then when we were done shift that day, he's like, I cannot find my book. Like, we all, like, did a quick, like, run around the area where, like, he would have had the book. Nothing. Nowhere to be found. And he's just like, oh, well, you know, it'll probably turn up. Maybe someone took it and put it, like, you know, and it'll turn up tomorrow in, like, a lost and found or something. But, so we just went home, and the next day he picks me up, and he's just like, so I found my book. And I'm like, oh, where was it? He's like, it was in my drawer at home. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, yeah, that's what I said too. I'm like, so did you find it in your backpack? He's like, it wasn't in there. It was in the drawer at home. But we both know he had the book at work that day or the day before. Like, I physically remember him holding that book. And it's like, oh, that's fun. That's a fun little glitch in the Matrix moment where it's just like, hey now, hold on. Hang on a second. That's not supposed to happen. Points aggressively at thing that doesn't make sense. Make sure that that's all figured out. That's a bit eerie, right? But, like, amusing. Like, it's like, oh, that's weird, but in kind of like a, well, that's, like, there's nothing really that sinister about it, pardon the pun. But it is odd. We just made the joke that his wife, out of spite, rushed to work to steal his book and ran back home to put it in his drawer. Like, just to gaslight him. Because what else could it be? We're all living in a simulation. Dang right we are. I want to get this one last piece of art done before stream is over. Shouldn't be that bad. Whoever programmed dogs and cats into it needs a raise. They're obviously not being paid enough. We all know that's the truth. We all know that that was done by an intern as a passion project, and they have not been compensated for their time. All right. This is such a silly thing that I want to do because it's going to be so much larger than I'm actually going to do, but it's just like, yeah, I need this thing specifically because it's got to be this way. We gotta speed run this bad boy if we're gonna get this done tonight. So let's heckin' go. Apologies for a moment for the quiet. I've got 7 minutes, so I should be fine, but... Actually, wait, what did the paper color look like again? That's the color of the paper. That part, again, is not super important, but... Sorry, when I got the music in the background, it sometimes just eats my noggin, and it's like, nope, that's just what it is now. Ling, you're getting attacked again, just so you know. I said you're being attacked again. That was good. Perfect. All right. So that is... Oh, wait. I never even bonked off the other one, did I? Is that right? Evident. Hello, Syrinx. About time you showed up. We were just talking about you and your magic teleporting book. And your unwillingness to share said magical books. Still have no idea how it happened. I mean, same dude. Captain, thank you so much for the lurk. Have yourself a good one. There we go. Probably a super Earth warp technology. Actually, Syrinx, out of curiosity, because I know you do like the sci-fi lore such. Do you know much about, like, the Helldivers, like, lore? In a for Super Earth approach, but in, like, a legit... How to say, like... I know some things. I am aware of some happenings. Like, I know that we use the bugs, especially the acid spraying bugs, for fuel. The Illuminant wants to negotiate peace. That's not surprising. They seem like they're not really... heavily unprepared for war the first time around. So kind of like humanity probably woke up the sleeping giant, you know, to go for the reference of America. Because I know that was one of the big things in like World War II, like when Pearl Harbor happened. There was this period of time where they're like, oh, America's not going to be part of this war. Like, they refused to be a part of it. And then, then Pearl Harbor happened, and some have described it as, like, the waking of the sleeping giant, where it's just like, nope, you fucked up. Like, America's in the war now. Like, one of the more powerful industrial nations that has the potential to become like an industrial but like beyond industrial superpower has now been triggered. And I presume that probably happened with the Illuminant too, where it's just like, we have the potential to be insanely powerful just simply due to how much technology we have. But we're just on the back foot just due to the fact that we're not a warring nation. But then humanity was just like, surprise punch! And they're like, alright, begin the engines of war. Keep on marching, hey! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh. That is such a freaking banger. What is that again? Like Hell March, I think is the name of it. YouTube, please stop being a butt and just play the audio for a second for me, please. I ask for so little. No. Sorry. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Wait, hold on. That sounds like a kid going, I've had enough of this, Grandpa. What do you mean? I don't remember what I said. I got busy trying to figure out the Hank Hill. Oh. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I've been told apparently that the revival of King of the Hill is apparently quite good, which I'm happy about. You know, that's how I wanted it to be. Okay, so we got that. I just need to write the actual stuff in on the page. It's decent, all things considered. Look, I'm content with that. My wife is watching it right now and is enjoying it. Good. There's a few weak episodes, but most are solid. Yeah, look. I remember when Rick and Morty first came out. Like, there were a couple of the first season where they were a little bit on the weaker side, but I think like a lot of Rick and Morty episodes, at least in the first few seasons, were all around pretty solid. I mean, you can't compare it to, like, Futurama, where it was just like, how the fuck did they make this show? God damn. Thank you, Cobalt. Kind of suffered the same fate as Rocco's modern season. Not enough episodes or time in the oven. Yeah, I get that. Also, unfortunately, we are done for the evening. I'm just looking for a place to send us at the moment. Oh, I know where we're sending us. If we're doing a work-along stream, then we're going to go ahead and raid Denzel, because he's currently doing his work-along stream, kind of. He's working. Snooze the ads. I appreciate that, Cobalt. We're rushing off for today. Also, I apologize that it's kind of a shorter stream today. I'm doing my dangdest. I need to save up my energy for tomorrow so that I can be witty AF when it comes to streaming with Beans and Dub Shadow. That's what I'm doing. That's what's really happening. It's not that I'm just a tired boy who finally got one good night of or semi-good night of sleep and is now just like getting that. You know when like you don't sleep well for a couple days, then you sleep well and you feel more like shit? I got a sigh and a laugh. I'll take that as a win. You should take that as a win. I look forward to tomorrow's stream. I look forward to seeing you there, Sinister, and everybody else, of course. For now, though, we're going to head on over to our boy, Denzel. You guys know him, and if you don't know him, he is a lovely streamer who is... He created his own entire Animal Crossing animated series, which is fucking insane, and I actually got the privilege of helping with that a little bit. Which was, oh my god, like the fact that I can say that there's like one or two things in that series that I can be like, I helped with that, or like I created that, is awesome. There's no greater feeling than that. And I will stand by that saying until someone says, well, what about this? And I'll go, yeah, that's probably better. Anyway, he's currently working on stuff right now towards the next episode that he's working on for his own series, which is kind of connected, kind of not, as far as I understand. So I will be seeing you guys over there. I almost forgot to do raid messages. So if you are subscribed, please use that raid message. If you are not subscribed, please use that raid message. A lot of you guys subscribed, though, because some lovely individuals recently were being very, very kind and generous and supportive. So please go ahead and use those. We'll do a quick outro and then we are done for the evening. So, thank you guys so much for sticking around, whether you were chatting, whether you were just lurking, whether you just popped in and out for a second. No, they just super appreciate it. Hope you guys having a great afternoon, evening, whatever time it will be for you. Hope you guys taking care of yourselves. Hope you're drinking plenty of water, waiting for you to sleep. Whatever time it will be for you. Hope you have a very restful sleep. I will see you guys over at Denzel's. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. And if not, have yourself a great weekend. I will see you guys the next time. I see you. Bye-bye.